Today, we're going to be talking about quadrilaterals. A quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 sides. Show me on your fingers, how many sides does a quadrilateral have? 4, that's right. A quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 sides. We're going to look at some shapes today and decide whether or not each shape is a quadrilateral. The first shape we'll look at is a square. What shape, everyone? A square, that's right. This square has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. This square is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. Let's look at this rectangle. How many sides does this rectangle have? Show me on your fingers, everyone. Good, you should be showing me that this rectangle has 4 sides. Here they are, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is this rectangle a quadrilateral? Yes or no? Good, yes, it is a quadrilateral. Turn and tell your partner why this rectangle is a quadrilateral. I heard some good discussions. This rectangle is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. Let's look at this trapezoid. This trapezoid has how many sides, everyone? Show me on your fingers. 4, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this trapezoid a quadrilateral? Yes or no? Yes, you're right. Turn and tell your partner why this trapezoid is a quadrilateral. That's right, everyone, because it has 4 sides. Let's look at this last shape. This is a triangle. How many sides does this triangle have? Show me on your fingers. 3, that's right. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3. Is this triangle a quadrilateral? Yes or no? I see a lot of people showing me no. Turn and tell your partner, why is this triangle not a quadrilateral? That's right. This triangle is not a quadrilateral because it has 3 sides, not 4. Great job. A quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 sides. This is a square. This square is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a rectangle. The rectangle is a quadrilateral because it also has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a trapezoid. The trapezoid is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. This is a triangle. Is this triangle a quadrilateral? Yes or no? Good, I see a lot of people telling me that it is not a quadrilateral. Why is it not a quadrilateral? Turn and talk to your partner about why it is not a quadrilateral. Good, I heard a lot of people telling me that the triangle is not a quadrilateral because it only has 3 sides, not 4. Now I want you to take out your whiteboards and draw an example of a polygon that is a quadrilateral. I'll give you about 15 seconds to work on that, and then I'll ask you to show me your boards. Today, we'll be learning about quadrilaterals. Look at the board. A quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 sides. I've given you each a worksheet today to work on. On the worksheet, you will go through and circle the polygons that are quadrilaterals. Once you're done circling all the shapes or polygons that are quadrilaterals, turn the page over and draw a shape that is an example of a quadrilateral. I'll collect these at the end of class.
So you've gotten 3 nice examples to contrast the different purposes of eliciting responses. And let's talk about how that worked. In the first example, you saw Ms. Pollack give lots of different ways of maintaining processing. She did thumbs up, thumbs down. She did choral response quite a lot. And she used these methods to elicit student responses. And those were maintaining processing. You can see that she did it many, many times. She definitely exceeded that criterion of 4 times per minute. She thinks in her lesson that she's focusing on maintaining processing. I think you could argue that she's also checking for understanding. She's also determining whether students are processing the content, because as you see, she was able to scan the room when students were doing their thumbs up, thumbs down, and see whether students were getting it. She also did a turn and talk somewhere in there, and if she were walking around the classroom, that would be another opportunity case in which she was checking accuracy of processing. The second example was more clearly an example of checking accuracy of processing, because the things that she had students do, particularly using the whiteboards and turning and talking, and I know from having talked with Ms. Pollack, her intention was to circulate the room, this is me circulating the room, and watching to see if students are actually getting it, and focusing in on the students that she's most concerned about. The third example was a non-example, and it was partly a non-example because the lesson is not really a lesson that's designed in the way we want to see an explicit instructional lesson design. She simply gives a clear explanation. It is pretty clear, but she does not give any planned examples, and she doesn't give that example. She doesn't give multiple examples, of course, as a result. She moves straight to independent practice. When she moves to independent practice, she has not had any opportunity to maintain processing because she skipped all of that. She skipped the model entirely. She simply told the students the information. And then she went on in the independent practice to check the accuracy processing with the worksheet and with having students write the quadrilateral on the back of the page. But because she has not checked students' accuracy processing throughout the lesson, she hasn't used methods to maintain processing that perhaps also check understanding. We have no clarity that students will actually understand this content. I like that third example, not because it's a good example, but because it's a common thing that teachers do, is to move too quickly to independent practice on the presumption that with a very simple, clear explanation that was clear, students are going to get it. And often, as we've already said, for students who need intensive intervention, those students are not going to be able to respond simply by us explaining things clearly and then doing something like a worksheet. They need us to move methodically through the explicit instruction process, and while we're doing that, maintaining processing and checking accuracy. By the time they come to the independent practice, we've given them multiple opportunities to respond, where we maintain the processing, where we check for the understanding, we check the accuracy of the processing, and then independent practice will be a beautiful opportunity for students to really demonstrate on their own the accuracy of processing. So 3 nice examples. Thanks, Ms. Pollack, for those.